Hold on. The mom's meetings that I've been going to, I take my stuff with me and I mix it up at the table and everyone's sitting there drinking their coffee. And I had a lady go, okay, what is that?
Yeah.
And so I told her a little bit and I didn't barf Plexus all over. I was like, oh, it's like my mama fuel and blah, blah, blah. And I just told her a little bit about it and that was it. Guess what? I'm bringing samples next time for everybody. And so I'm like slowly bringing my way into this. I don't want to make it weird. I don't want to be the weird Plexus lady. But also talking with this lady, she's telling me all about, she's older. So she's our mom. She's like, it's funny that she's our mom of the moms. And so she's like the grandma. She really is a grandma. So she's telling me about her daughter, and her daughter went back to work and doesn't like being back at work and wants to be a stay-at-home mom, basically. And in my head, I'm like, I'm going to talk to her about her daughter. But I didn't want to like, tell me about your daughter. She can do what I do. Like, that's weird. So I'm going to bring it up later down the road when it makes sense, right? So I'm playing I'm in the marathon here. Long game, okay? Sometimes we short game, like the end of the month, that's when you bring your short game and you're like, we're going for the fastest way we can score a touchdown right now. Okay? Yep. But sometimes it's, what is the best way for me to play the smart long run marathon? And that's what I'm doing a little bit more with my business now, of what like I'm building my personal sponsors is I want those people for the long game, for the marathon. Mm-hmm. The sprint happens on occasion though, where I'm like, I need one more. Gonna get everybody. I don't care. You have a birthday. Done. Okay, so that's kind of one of my thought processes. It's kind of more small meetings, in-person kind of stuff. And if you're thinking, you know, like I could do that with like a coffee date with a couple people, it makes more sense to bring a couple people together. But if you just have one at the same time, if you have one person sitting in front of you and you're like, can I please tell you about this thing I'm doing? They are more than likely going to buy from you. And it might not be that moment. It might not be the next day. It might be in a couple months, but they will end up buying from you. Okay. So I can help you with kind of figuring out, and we can do a one-on-one or we can do a separate training because I want to talk about something different today, of kind of what those in-person things should look like, could look like. A little bit of what we talk about today can cover some of that too, though. So if you guys have other thoughts on kind of event kind of stuff that we can do, I'm all open and ears to any thoughts along that too. We can go round table though. If you have thoughts, say them. I'm told I want this to like, let's talk today, by the way. I don't want to just talk the whole time. But I want to hear wins from everyone today too. Or from, not just today, but let's tell me your wins. Whoever wants to go, you're up.
So I'm consistently using my product.
Hey! Yay! Good. That's a win.
Yeah, that's awesome. So for me, I would say going along the lines with what you were saying about the whole in-person building, you know, kind of a marathon. I signed up a girl today, but she only bought collagen.
I was like, how did I not? I missed that. Yeah. I didn't get an email. Like, what?
So she only got collagen, but I'm in a long haul with her. I've been friends with her for a while. She's actually I was actually talking to you about that get together. And we were talking about getting together for the last couple of weeks. So I'm like, I really want to get together with her before I signed her up. But I bought from her and she bought from me because I was interested.
Oh, she was that one.
No, it's actually different.
Oh, not that one. Oh,
not that one. No, she lives out in Gresham. We've been chatting for like 3-4 months.
Is she the business one?
She's been doing MLM. She was doing Thrive. She got out of that. So she's doing like, it's a total like makeup, like hair, like shampoo and stuff like that, like skin oils and stuff. So I'm like, she works out. So she's like my long term because I really want her eventually. So
Yeah.
she's a long term. So I'm like, I'm getting her started. And then I'm like, that's why I was saying, like, if it's a Sunday, I'm like, that'd be perfect to invite her because we were talking about getting together.
Perfect.
I'm like, this would be perfect.
I just have to harass Tyler. I'm sure it's fine. But yeah. I think
Yeah, I know. I'm like, just, but it's
Yeah.
fine. I'll get together with her anyway. So
perfect. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Kind of on that. So today was just a day that I got blown up with people like, okay, talk to me about Plexus. Okay, what is this thing? I don't know where it came from, but I actually have another girl that's right on the line of ordering, and we've kind of been going back and forth. Like, she likes my stuff all the time. I think she's with a skin company. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to her stuff, but she likes my stuff. And so every once in a while I'll be like, hey, thanks for liking. Do you want to da da da? She's like, no, I got my thing. Like, she's like, nah, nah, nah. But I feel like we've built a relationship where I can just be straightforward. And so she came to me, she's like, okay, I need energy and a pre-workout, like a, all in one combo thing. And I was like, okay, here's your options. And then we just kept talking more, and I'm like, oh, and we have this, and well, I know you. She's like, well, I saw actives only 15 and I kind of want more, but this is my budget. And I was like, well, we can get the combo, but when you get started, there's this big combo that you get, and it's a really good deal, and these are some of the things in it. So I keep telling her about more products. That's kind of what I'm just dropping more. And then she started talking about her kids have been sick all the time. And I'm like, oh, well, what are your kids taking? So I'm asking her questions. I'm like, okay, what are you looking for with your pre-workout? Or what are you looking for with this workout thing you're wanting? And what are your kids taking? We have this combo that has these products in it. So I keep giving her more things and asking her more questions. And I just asked her, I'm like, okay, I've given you a lot to think about. What are your thoughts on all of this? Where are we sitting? She's like, well, the kid stuff sounds really good, actually, but I really want that too. So, it started as she might order one bag of active, and now I might try and sell her on a big family pack. Okay. And I have said, we can go for we can start with your active now and get your pack in 30 days. You have 30 days to order your pack. But I'm already planting all of these seeds of you're ordering again in 30 days. This isn't a one-time thing. And she's telling me about all these other companies.
See, that's why I wanted my girl. She only ordered the bag of collagen. I'm like, that's fine with me. That just means it's gonna run out.
Yeah.
So then I'll be like, hey, you should, because I already talked about pink.
Yeah. And like, what are you mixing that collagen? You need something to mix that collagen in, girl.
This, yeah, let's try this. So within 30 days, getting the pack.
Yeah. So I haven't signed this girl up yet. She's still mulling over some things, but that's how you kind of take someone of going from I want one product to we're buying all the products. Thank you. Adrian, do you want to share a win? Can you talk? It's cool if you can't. I'll give her a sec. Okay, so you can pop in.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, you're good.
You're good. Just got home, getting kids to bed.
Do
you start
have...
the fire? It went out.
Oh, yeah. I have a heater that I just turn on. Do you have anything that's going well that you want to share, that you're excited about, or that you're proud of yourself about?
I started listening to that book today.
Ah, good job.
I found it on Cloud Library for the library.
Perfect.
I had someone reach out to me about the little black dress challenge, so I sent her some information about it. I'll follow up with her.
Good.
And that's about it for this week, I think.
Those are good. Yeah. I am super proud of you for that book, you guys. I seriously, the notes are great. I have taken some notes on it, but listening to it on repeat, it's so easy to listen to. It's like totally making dinner, but also like making dinner, and then also I'm like, "Ooh, that was good." I got it. And my notes on it are like one sentence. The chapters are like 2 minutes long.
Yeah, I normally listen to an audiobook on my way home, well,
Yeah,
to and from work, and
I
was gonna
would do
listen
it
to it, but
like all week.
I wanna
All
take
week, just
notes.
hit play while you're driving. It's good.
Yeah, I wanted to take notes because I started at lunch at work and I was taking notes, but then I didn't want to listen to it on the way home because I knew I wanted to take notes.
So that's going to be on the replay. So listen to it while you're driving, and then listen to it one day while you're like making dinner or something. So then you can take the notes, or while you're at lunch or whatever. So do both, because the more times you hear it, the more it's going to sink. The notes are great. It gets in there pretty good when you do the notes and listen. But when it really sinks is when you listen, and it's like on repeat in your head. Like, oh, I know what to say now. And I'll admit I haven't even got to that point yet, but that's like where the goal is. Oh, and the interest. So I actually, the girl I signed today that I was telling you about, she came up because I put up the last minute little black dress post too. I got quite a few hits on that. I don't know if you guys got anything, but that one, you just never know what post is going to work, because I put up several posts very similar, almost exactly to that over the last couple of weeks. Nada. And then that one I got several hits from. So that's kind of the, if you put up a special in a post, like if you're like, buy one, get one free, buy my pink, get 2 products for free, or whatever, like order this weekend and you'll save $20. If you ever put up a post like that, I recommend, what I do is I change the settings instead of deleting, because the algorithm doesn't like when you delete posts. I change the settings so only I can see it after the weekend's over, or after the end of the month is over, or a couple days later, because you don't want people to see you always doing sales. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if they go back through your Facebook profile and then they're scrolling through your posts.
Yeah, they'll be like, Michelle just posted that last week. Like, why is she doing another sale? Like, it says 2, or like only 2 spots, but she's doing it again. What? So I always like phase those posts out after a few days. So just a little FYI on that. The little black dress was a different one. That was like we're closing this out, so I don't really need to do that with that one. But just like if you do the, the magic post kind of situation, I would phase those ones out. Okay, so a little bit of, wait, does anyone have anything before we get into the like big topic? Anything for me? Questions, comments, concerns? We can go over this again at the end. Okay, cool. Okay, so a little bit of what I want to talk about is that process of going from someone is curious, they say, tell me more, to getting them to sign. The way you talk, so this is where the book is huge. Using the words in the book is huge. And that's kind of why I want to talk about this, because the book covers a lot of this, but this is going to get more into the nitty gritty. So what is the first thing we're going to actually talk through this. Okay. I want you guys to give me some thoughts. What is the first thing that you say to someone when someone says, tell me more about the pink drink, or something along those lines?
I don't know.
Tastes great. I love to drink it every day.
Okay. So what you need to go into is not an elevator spiel. So think about when you go to, we're going to pull in the car salesman. Do you want to walk into a car dealership and have the guy come up and go, so what are you going to buy? Which one? What do you want? Does that sound like anything anybody wants?
No.
No. Do you want to be sold? Like, do you want them to, you know that they are going to make money off you buying a car from them, right? But are you going to buy a car from someone that's like, this car, you need this car, and this is why, and these are all the specs on it, and this is everything. Get in, drive away. I got you. I'm not going to buy a car from that person. That person's annoying, and all they want is to sell the damn car and get me out of there as quickly as possible. What do good car salesmen do when they walk up to you at a lot?
They let you look at it. They tell you just fix and like, oh, take a look at it. I'll come back.
You have any questions? I'll be over here.
Yep.
What's the very first thing they do though?
Say hi.
What else?
They ask, what are you looking for?
There you go. Right there. They ask a question. They get to know you. So that's what we do. So when you're talking with someone, you don't want to talk at someone. You want to talk with them. You want to have a conversation. So if you're just spewing facts at someone, you're not really in a conversation. So one of the most important things is always ask questions. And that's what I do with my conversations. I answer their question and I ask a question. So if someone's like, tell me more about the pink drink, they asked a question. You answer the question, but you also, the car salesman is also going to want to get to know you. So we bought our Lexus in March. Yes, March. I had to think. I was like, what's that, March? I totally hit it off with our salesman. He's awesome. My kids call him Gorilla. I don't know why. He's like the skinniest white guy you've ever seen. He was so nice. Like, we built a great connection. I sent him some samples. He didn't order yet, but I'll still get there. But it was get to know you. He asked me about what I do for a living. He asked me questions about Plexus, like all up in like, what do you do? How many kids do you have? What are you driving now? What are you looking for? You know, like asking questions to figure out what is the best car for you. Take a look at this. He stands back while we look it over. Okay. So asking all of these various different questions instead of just like barfing Plexus on them is huge. So if someone comes to me and says, can you tell me more about the pink drink? I say, absolutely. It's something that I have loved. I've been drinking for 6.5 years, and I'm really excited that you're wanting to know a little bit more about it. Is it okay if I ask you some questions? Or, we're getting into, there's lots of different options of what exactly you can ask them, but you can say, what are you looking for when it comes to your health? So you don't want to go on this laundry list of like, this is what the pink drink has done for me, and list a couple of the things like, I've lost weight and my headaches are gone and blah, blah, like they might not need to lose weight like me, and they might not have migraines. That's not something I used. Well, that was way back when, but you can be talking about things that don't relate to why they want to know about the pink drink. And you're wasting your time, and you might lose them because you're going off on some tangent that doesn't even relate to them. Okay. So constantly asking the questions, and that's just how it all goes through. Okay. So you can say like, to ensure I'm sending what's best for you, may I ask you a question? And then you can also, this is what we were talking about the other day. Mandy and I were kind of in the chat on this of like best way to contact someone. So usually we start in Messenger, talking in Messenger, but sometimes people just are ghosts in Messenger. And so that's why I'm like, would a phone call be best? Is text message best? So you can ask them, what is the best way for me to get you this information? What is the best way to be connected with you? And you can give them options. You can say, I can email it to you. I can text it to you. I can send it here in Messenger. What would you like to receive? Okay. So you are having the best way of conversing with them.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes a lot of times their phone might be better, like a text.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
not everybody has like their notifications on
Mhm.
or anything for Messenger.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And so you can ask that out from the gate. If we're if they're quiet, if they're we're just having if the conversation I can tell is going to flow, or I've built this relationship with them where we're talking on Messenger fairly regularly, I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to keep talking in Messenger and send it in Messenger. But if this is someone you don't necessarily really know, like Valerie, was it Lenny? Is that the guy that we were in that three-way? Neither one of us knew Lenny at all. And Lenny made it pretty clear that he wasn't big on Messenger. Like that wasn't a big place for him. And I should have asked him more, but maybe I did. I don't remember. But like that would be a case in point of I don't really know who this person is. We haven't really talked much. Email might be best for them. I actually have an email out with Candace's dad because he is like, I am a phone call email person. Like she told me, call my dad. Don't text my dad. My dad doesn't text. And then when I was on the phone with him, he answered right away too. Like the dude has no idea who I am. And he answered. And then he's like, can you email? I was like, well, shit, I hate email, but sure, I'll email you. Guys, I'm really bad at email. It is the worst. If you want to get a hold of me, the last thing you should do is email me.
Yeah.
You will probably never get a response. But so opening up. Okay, so you want to get to what they need as quickly as possible. Okay, so finding out why they're wanting to know about Plexus, finding out what their health goals are. Also, if we're talking about the business, find out what their pain points are with like, what is it you're looking for financially? Are you looking to make an extra $500 a month? Are you looking to replace your income? Do you want to be the sole provider? Do you want more financial freedom in your life? Do you want to be able to wake up and anytime that you want and not have to worry about going to work and having the boss yell at you? Like, what is it that you're wanting financially with your health? And you can ask some leading questions, or you can just ask kind of in general. What is it that you're looking to improve with your health? That's what I say a lot of the time. Sometimes I'll give some pinpoints. If they're like, I want to lose weight, like, great. Let's expand on that. I was like, okay, great. We can absolutely help you with that. What about your energy, your mood, your digestion? Are there any underlying health issues? Are you taking any medications currently? So I ask them questions like that. So every time I get a response, I answer, ask, answer, ask. Sometimes the question I ask is literally, what other questions do you have for me? And I've changed it from, do you have more questions for me, to instead of like, do you have more questions for me? What other questions do you have for me? Like, and assuming, it's basically me assuming there's more questions. I'm not annoyed by it. I'm expecting them to have questions for me. And when I get the, no, I don't have any other questions, what does that mean?
They're either ready to buy or they're still thinking about it.
So I go in when I get the, no, I don't have any other questions for right now. Great. Sounds like you're ready to order. Can I give you a quick call? Do you want to drop your phone number below? I stop asking questions and I move straight to action. And if they're still needing more time, they'll say that. Or if they're not available at that time, they'll say that. And then what do I do after that? What if they say, no, now is not a good time? What do I say?
You ask what time would be.
So I like to be very specific and not like, oh, my time, I have so much of it. So I'll be like, no worries.
Well, tomorrow at 5 be good for you?
I like to give two options. Sometimes I'll give two options. Sometimes I'll just give one. It depends. Like, and I'll give like a range, like tonight at 9 p.m. or tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Like two totally different time options, all very quick in the future. If none of those work, guess what? They tell me those don't work. And then I'm like, okay, at that point, I'll usually be like, is there a good time frame for you? and I'll see if I can work with it. Okay. So that's a little bit of like, when you're going through this, asking questions constantly. Also, if they say, can you tell me about this? Should you send them a graphic?
Well, it sounds like you should ask them a question.
Is a graphic personal?
No, but it's colorful.
It's easy. Are we in this for the sprint, or are we in this for the marathon?
Marathon.
Graphics are not personal. If someone say, tell me about your pink drink, and you send them a graphic and say, this is the pink drink, salesy. Super salesy. So that's where like the personal, the conversation comes in. And yes, I have a very normal, like I can sit here and tell you, okay, someone says, I'm interested in learning more. Okay, great. Tell me about your health goals. They tell me their health goals. Perfect. Can I recommend a system that's going to be amazing for helping you with that? Yes, I would love that. Great. This is the system. This is what it looks like. There's a little bit of information on it. What questions do you have for me on this? Like, that is how I roll through my signups, you guys. That's the basis of it. But throwing some slight tweaks in there, like that's my like blah way that I have the conversation. I add more fluff to it. But it's always with a question. I try and get to what their health goals are, what is going to be personal to them. When I make the recommendation, you guys, I have this like typed out and I pretty much copy and paste it, but I always change what their goals are. So I say, this is what you're going to want. And it's always the same combo packs. Let's be real. It's pretty much always the advanced weight loss with the reset advanced weight loss, whatever. It's pretty much always that one. Okay. And I always change. This is going to also support your goals towards improving your energy. Like I put their goals in there. So I don't just send them, this is what you want. I say, this is what you need. This is what it helps with their health goals specifically. And then I ask them what questions they have for me. Or I'll ask, how does this look to you as well? Oh, that looks great. Great. What questions? Then I follow up with, if it's just like a great, it looks good or something like that. Thumbs up. Hate the thumbs, you guys.
Yeah.
Also, I call people out on the thumbs because you never know what the damn thumb means. Like, do you want more information?
Or you just thumbs up, you got it.
Like, yeah. So I'm not sure what that means. Would you like more information? Does that look like something you would want to get started with? Like,
I've done it where if they're not responding, they give me a thumbs up and I ask a question and then I don't hear from them. And I'm following up like 2-3 times. I'm like, well, here, this is what it is. If you want to check it out, here's my link. If you have any questions, just let me know. Cause they're not responding. So I'm like, who knows? You just never know. It's like, or you ask them, is there a better way to get a hold of you if you're interested? But it's like, you don't know because they're not talking.
That's like,
so I hate that.
Sometimes you're just like,
yeah, here's my link. I'm not going to, because, you got to move on.
Right. Don't waste your time. But yeah, that's like, does that all make sense to you guys? All of that? Okay. Oh, yeah. What questions do you have kind of on the flow of all the things?
I don't think I have. It's really helpful information though. I just forget a lot of that.
Yeah. I love what was that, Valerie?
I said, I just think I need to listen to the book.
The books. Yeah. So I didn't really necessarily talk about the stuff there. The what questions do you have on this, or what questions do you have for me? That was a little bit, I think I stole that from the book. I think there are a lot of little phrase, and it's literally like little phrases in there. I don't know if this is for you, but this may or may not be for you, but that is a phrase that I've been using for a long time. And that is like the very first one I think that they use. And I love the book. He tells you what the phrase is and he tells you why. And it's one of those like, why wouldn't it be for me? That's what someone's thinking. Like, what, you don't think that I'm good enough for that? So you're literally
I'll show
using
you. Here's my credit
psychology. Yeah, you're using these little bits of psychology to totally play someone, but it's genius. And it's just like tweak a phrasing. Like I said, what questions do you have for me, or do you have any questions? Like that small tweak, so good, so simple. And the whole time I'm listening to the book, I'm like, oh yeah, that he's good. I like that one. So book club is for Saturday. Sorry you guys, I screwed up last week and I told you it was last Saturday and I totally got on to listen to it. I'm like, why isn't it started? I'm so confused. I got the text message last Friday that book club was happening and I didn't even look at the date. I just assumed, because book club's always on Saturdays, it was the next Saturday. So I screwed up there, but nobody said anything. So clearly nobody tried to get on but me. So the author of the book is going to be on the Zoom, on the book club Zoom on Saturday. So you'll definitely want to get on that. Make sure you pre-register for it. I can drop the link too. They do record it, but you want to be on it really. The book's great. I love how short and simple and all of it. And it's an awesome Audible. I'm usually a paper person, but I love this on Audible because I can just listen to it and it's like pretty mundane, really. That's pretty much what I have for you guys. Anyone? So Black Friday, obviously next weekend. I don't know when the things are going to be announced. I find out what they are tomorrow. I think I find out tomorrow. I can't tell you guys until they let me know I can tell you. And I have no idea when that's going to be. Right. I don't know anything about what it is or when it's released, or I think we usually start on Friday, like actually on Black Friday. I don't remember. All the years just mushed together and all the sales.
Yeah, I was going to ask if there's anything for Black Friday.
We always have something.
That's why I was hoping. Yeah, I was assuming.
I don't know what it is. I have no clue. There's been no like, usually there's like chatter. I haven't heard any chatter yet of what it is. So I will find out what that is, and I'll be setting up some things to help promote it, whatever it is. I was going to be put together some little challenges that we might start. I'm going to try and put stuff together tomorrow to work on for the next week to prep us for it, so we can have, because you don't want to be the car salesman for Black Friday, right? You need to do the work now. Well, really, we should have already been doing it, but we can prep for it now. So we're not the car salesman, because you don't want Black Friday to just be a one-time person. Like someone orders once from you and that's what happens with the salesman approach. When you turn into the car salesman, they order from you once and they're gone. When you do the relationship side of things, you get a customer. They stick around. You get a brand ambassador. You get a fast start silver and gold, and money is just rolling in. That's what the relationship side of things does. And that's what like having the right conversation does. So that's why I was going to do like the little challenge piece. And just kind of some fun things, like here's some messages to help send, and here's some post ideas and relationship building and that kind of stuff. Does that sound like something you guys would want to do? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I will work on putting that together tomorrow and rolling it out to you guys. Anything? Got anything for me?
No, I don't think so.
Cool. How you guys feel about November?
Pretty good. Ask me next week.
Black Friday has always gone well for our team. You got to play your cards
I'll
right.
be in Seattle area.
I'm trying to decide if I am going to the family function or not.
Yeah. And unfortunately, where I'm going, there's little, if not no cell service.
Oh, that's very much it's in the middle of nowhere.
But my entire family is going to be there.
Yeah, Tyler's in luckily it's Tyler's family, not mine. And he already gave me the out. And so I'm like,
oh, Davis trying to find his.
He gave me the out. And part of me feels really bad taking the out, but the other side of me is like 3 days in my house with nobody, I could get so much done. Like, mama can make some money. That's what I'm thinking. And that's literally what I would do. I would work you guys for 3 days straight. I think you guys know me. I would be pounding the pavement. I think I'm gonna stay home. And I have to deal with it's family drama. Lots of drama.
Yes, I go.
Yeah, it is. We are not the drama. It's like the rest of the family, and it's just really like what's happening. That was me last year. I was like, I'm just gonna go hide in the lodge. Like, can't do this. All right. Oh, I'm gonna stop this.